Here we go! Welcome to the Nintendo Power Zone, guys. It's your boy NyceOne, and we are back with a brand new unboxing video, and I am super excited to bring this one to you because we got a new camera, so this one should look fantastic. So I really hope you guys are taking note that we are trying to improve things. We had a really good camera before, but it broke, and we had to go back to an older camera, and that wasn't ideal, but we're here now with a brand new camera, and yeah, I'm super excited. I'm not only excited for the new camera, but I'm also excited for what we're unboxing today, because today is a special edition. We're going to do two unboxings in one. So what we have here today are the Funko Pop Fortnite Loot Llamas, both editions. We have the 4-inch and the 10-inch scale versions. I don't play a whole lot of Fortnite, but I do enjoy the game, and I really do enjoy a lot of the iconography within the game. So the Loot Llama is definitely one of the most iconic elements of the game. I will say this, every time I've tried to open a Loot Llama, I have been sniped, so yeah, my own fault. It is temptation, and I have not been able to resist it in the game, and I always pay for it. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at these boxes because we've got two to look at today. We've got the 4-inch, we've got the 10-inch. We're going to go ahead and scroll through them so you get a nice look at those. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start with the 4-inch Loot Llama. I really like the design of this thing. It's very much in line with the way the llama looks in the game, but with that Funko Pop spin. I love the coloring, I love the shading. There's a lot of shading around the eye that I think looks really good. This is pretty accurate. I mean, the head is just a little big and the body is just a little stubby, but it is totally representative of the Loot Llama that you see in the game. I love the overall sculpt. It has that piñata style, just like it does in the game. And I think that's one of the coolest things. Looking at it from a couple different angles though, I will say that the overall quality of the 4-inch version feels a little flimsy, and that's just standard with Funko Pops. They're not designed to be like heavy duty vinyl products like your Kid Robots or your other high quality vinyl toy makers, but this isn't terrible either. This is actually kind of par for the course as far as Funko Pops are concerned. Now moving on to the Funko 10-inch Loot Llama, this one is really badass. I love it, especially standing side by side next to the smaller one. Now one thing I am noticing is that the shading around the eye is a lot more prominent on the 4-inch figure. I don't really know why that is, but I mean, it's not that big a deal. Aside from that, when you look at these from different angles, they are virtually identical, just done in a much different scale, and I really like the way they did this Loot Llama. The one thing that is different between the two that I feel is vastly different is the level of quality. I feel like the 10-inch Loot Llama feels like a much higher quality than the 4-inch one, and I kind of expected to since it carries the higher price tag than the 4-inch one. The 10-inch is retailing at $29.99 and the 4-inch is retailing at around $12.50. So at those price points, you should be noticing a difference in quality between the two. Alright guys, it is comparison time, and what I went ahead and did is I grabbed the 10-inch scale Funko Pop Bulbasaur and I wanted to put it next to the 10-inch scale Loot Llama, and yeah, you see a big difference in their actual scale. I think the Funko Pop Bulbasaur is really only about 8 inches tall, and I think the Fortnite Loot Llama is more around a foot tall if you start to measure from the ears all the way down to the feet. Either way, they are both massive when you compare them to a regular 4-inch Funko Pop. Aside from that, I have noticed that as far as their quality is concerned, I think the Funko Pop Bulbasaur is of a much higher quality. It feels heavier, and it just looks like a better build overall, and it feels that way too. I don't know why. Maybe it's a mandate from the Pokemon company that Funko had to make the product look and feel a certain way before they would allow them to release it. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just my speculation, because it doesn't feel like the same kind of attention went into making the Loot Llama. Either way though, I think they both look fantastic. I'm a sucker for these larger Funko Pops. I'm not even a huge fan of Funko Pops, but I like these large scale ones. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is score time, my favorite time. Why? Because I get to tell you whether or not something is actually worth your hard-earned money. So, guys, we paid $29.99 for the 10-inch scale Loot Llama, and we paid $12.50 for the 4-inch scale Loot Llama. So I'm going to do something a little bit different than what we normally do. I'm just going to give each one their own individual score. We're not going to do any score breakdowns. For the 4-inch Loot Llama, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give that one an 8 overall. It's got a pretty good paint job and it's got a fairly good build quality for a 4-inch pop. It's not the best, but it's absolutely not the worst. And moving on to the 10-inch scale Loot Llama, I'm going to go ahead and give that one a 9.5 because it has a much better build quality and it has a great sculpt, very much in line with the little one. These are two fantastic pops. If I'm going to recommend one of them though, I recommend the 10-inch pop. It's retailing at $29.99. You can find it at GameStop, Box Lunch, Hot Topic, and a lot of other places where you can find your Funko Pops. This one is a holy grail in my opinion. You definitely need this one in your collection if you are a fan of Fortnite. So guys, both of these things get our Nintendo Power Zone seal of approval and they are worth it. So if you're in the market for an awesome Fortnite figure, go ahead and grab one of these two Funko Pops because they did an amazing job. Funko, you're stepping up your game and I'm noticing it. I can no longer shit on you guys the way I used to. So big ups to Funko. They're coming out with a glow-in-the-dark edition of this that's exclusive to SDCC. I hope it's actually one that they send to other retailers because it would break my heart if I can't get my hands on the third variation of this figure. Anyway guys, with that being said, it's time for me to go ahead and get out of your hair. But before I do, social media links. You can hit me up on Twitter at NyceOne983. You can email me at NyceOne983@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook, Facebook.com/Nintendo Power Zone. If you are a fan of the Nintendo Power Zone podcast, you can always download new episodes on iTunes, Google Play Music, stream new episodes on Stitcher Radio. But if you want to watch the video version of the show, you can catch it right here on YouTube, YouTube.com/Nintendo Power Zone. Guys, one other thing, don't forget to check out the Instagram, Instagram.com/Nintendo Power Zone. We have a bunch of awesome photos and sneak peeks as to which projects we're working on before they go live on YouTube. Anyway guys, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to stay fresh. Deuces.